Today we are reviewing the Tenways CGO600 Pro, super stylish, high-performing electric bike with a torque sensor. We'll do an unboxing, setup, detailed specification walkthrough, ride-along, performance testing, and end the video with our honest review. This is the box, and it comes fully secure. There's your toolbox and all the hardware. There's the seat. So everything is fully packaged. It's a typical e-bike packaging process, nicely packaged here. So we're gonna go through all the foam and then see what the inside looks like. Comes in two pieces. So there's the rear wheel is already installed, and then the front wheel we need to install, as well as the handlebar is loose. We're gonna have to secure that, but nothing too different than what we are used to seeing. So this box contains the battery. The battery comes separately within the box, but within the main box here. And then this is a really nice hardware tool. It got all the tools here. They also send you an air compressor, which is really nice. So you can use the air compressor. They send you the reflectors. On the second compartment here, you got the charger, pedals, another reflector. And then you've got a kickstand and then the seat post here. So for the kickstand installation, this is a really nice kickstand here. They send you the two screws that are attached to that. You got to remove those screws here. They do have a blue Loctite, so it is going to be secured, but that also means that when you are backing the screws out, it is going to require some force. This is a pretty typical e-bike installation, is you have to actually put this behind here. So behind that, because this screw holes are threaded, then you're going to insert the screws from this side, and then this threaded part will secure it. For the fender here, this is the fender and this is the bracket. You just have to back this out here and then install this here on both sides. Now for this handlebar here, you gotta remove this backing. There are 4 of them in here, and then install this handlebar. Remove this top bracket, put the handlebar in, and then put this 4 screws back in. So to install this front wheel here, you want to align this disc rotor to this brake here, and you just want to remove this plastic bracket. You don't need this anymore. You're going to align that disc inside those 2 brake pads, and then you're going to align the bracket here to the hub here, and then we're just going to insert this axle inside and then secure it. For the seat post, as you would assume, you just unlock this here, and then you are going to slide the seat post in to the appropriate height and then secure this. Here are the pedals, and when in doubt, they mark you clearly left and right, and you just have to thread this in. Align this. We're going to put those screws to secure on both sides, and then this top screws get secure, and that's it. Now let's do a complete specification walkthrough of this Tenways electric bike. Just looking at the design, first thing that stands out to me is how beautiful this bike looks. The navy blue color that they have here, they provide you different color options. They provide you different height option so that you can pick and choose. So Tenways really thought this through so that they made their electric bike so versatile that every age, every height has an option in their website. They also sell a lot of other electric bike that you might be interested in. But this is specific bike. Just look at the paint color. I've never had this color feature in this channel. This is a sky blue color, and look at the paint job that they did. This is almost like a matte finish on the paint here, and it's just so beautiful, and they finished this so nicely, so perfect. Again, I have never had an electric bike look this clean and this nice in the channel before. Another thing that stands out is I give this urban type of a vibe just looking at this electric bike. This electric bike feels like it belongs in the city where you're going around downtown commuting. So this is a really great choice for that. This gives me that same vibe of a Unagi scooter, which is basically an Apple of electric scooters. This gives me that same vibe. This feels like an Apple of electric bike because of the design choice. They offer an app. This is just a very sleek looking design, and not a lot to it. It's a very minimalist design, but at the same time, it offers some powerful stuff and gives you that confidence that it comes from a very reputable company, and the design choice, I mean, it's a beautiful design. Another thing that is super unique about this electric bike, and we have never seen this on any other electric bike before, is this is not your chain drive. So this is what they call the Gates carbon drive. So the Gates Carbon company makes this drives where instead of using a chain and being all messy and lubrication here, You don't need none of that, and it is virtually maintenance free. They guarantee you that this will last up to 18,000 miles without doing any maintenance. That means no lubricating, not getting your hands greasy and dirty, or worrying about something is going to get caught on those chains. This is such a sleek design, and I looked into it because I have never heard of this company before, and I looked into it. It looks like this company, the Gates Carbon Company, also sells their parts to Harley Davidson, other bigger companies where they're using it. Even on motorcycle drives, they're using this product. So you can trust this product that this is going to last forever, for at least probably the life of the bike for most people, and it is maintenance free. They're using this on the Zero motorcycle, the electric motorcycle that's coming out. So this is an amazing system, very, very unique design and very futuristic, thinking outside of the box type of a design. Another thing that I noticed when I got this electric bike is the cockpit design. This is a unique cockpit design. It doesn't have much here. We're typically used to seeing on a screen here. There's nothing there on the right. You just got your handlebar grip. You got your bell here. Going towards the left, there is this screen. And this screen is, again, typically there is a screen right here, and then this one is just the control. But the controls are fully embedded within the screen here. So you can do the pedal assist up or down, your mode, your power. You can change the P settings here, and we'll go over the screen here in just a second. But it's a very clean design. Now you might be wondering, where's the throttle? This is not a twist throttle at all. There is no thumb throttle, and I got confused when I just started riding it. Turns out that this bike does not have a throttle. It is an electric bike, but it does not have a throttle because it is heavily pedal assist. So you can just set your pedal assist level here, but it also has a torque sensor. What that means is that every time you're pedaling and you're pushing this pedal, you're gonna get the energy from the motor, the power from the motor to push you forward, regardless of what pedal assist mode you are in. So even if you're in pedal assist 1 and if you are pressing really hard on the pedal, it just gives you that bump. So when you're going through a hill, you wanna press hard, it'll give you that power. The motor that they are using is a 350 watt motor for the US version, and if you're in the EU, that becomes 250 watt. It is not something fancy, big motor, but it does the job. It's a strictly city commuter electric bike, and we have had a lot of electric bike with 350 watt motor that did the job. Another thing that stands out on this electric bike are these hydraulic disc brakes. Typically on a bike in this class where it is a strictly commuter electric bike, we don't see the hydraulic brakes, but these are Tektro hydraulic brakes. And this is amazing because I'm a big fan of hydraulic brakes. If you have been following our channel, I love this hydraulic brakes. And for them to incorporate it in a bike that doesn't even do off-roading is impressive, because typically we see this on electric bike that go 28 miles per hour, but they incorporated it directly with this Tenways electric bike for a city commuting purpose, which is going above and beyond of the bike class that we are in here. Another thing that they do is they provide you full metallic fenders. These are not plastic fenders, these are full metallic fenders, and it comes with the bike. The front wheel is a quick release, so you can remove it. It is easier for transportation. Talking about the wheels, these are 28-inch by 2-inch wheels, and these are large wheels. Because there is no front or rear suspension here, the large wheel make up for some of the absorption for the shocks. But again, these are city commuting electric bikes, so that you're probably just gonna go through the brick, you might go through some grass, you might go through the paved surface, and this bike does an amazing job at absorbing some of those bumps thanks to its large tires. These are not fat tires, and we don't need it to be fat tire for the purpose of this bike, but this is a 2-inch tires, 28-inch here on the diameter, and it does the job amazingly. Another design choice that they are going with is this battery here. So the battery is fully embedded within the frame here. You just remove it. It's a small battery, but it does provide a lot of power. It's a 36-volt 10-amp-hour battery, and they say that you can go all the way to 50 miles per charge. We're going to give it a test here, and I'll let you know what we got. But this is an amazing design choice because you don't really see the battery. It's a discrete battery. Again, that goes to show the minimalist design here, but you can't see the battery. The saddle is a very comfortable saddle. It's also a mountain bike looking saddle here, and even with the longer ride, you shouldn't feel it. As I said, I rode it for about 15 miles this morning and no issues. I didn't feel sore at all. So that is, they are using a really nice seat saddle here. Another unique design choice that they have here is this adjustable handlebar stem. So you don't have to be stuck with just this position. If you don't like this position, if you want to lift it, if you want to lift down, you can just adjust this screw here, and then you can just turn this and then secure this, so it provides that. In the front, for safety, they provide you a headlight, double headlight actually, and these are really nice LED headlights. It's a bummer that they don't have a tail light, integrated tail light here. They do send you a reflector here for that purpose. I wish it had a tail light, especially if you're doing an urban commute at nighttime. This bike weighs just about 42 pounds in the US. This battery weighs about 5 pounds, so a reminder of the bike. As you can see, it is super lightweight, so you can take this bike anywhere. If you're doing an urban commute, you can take this up the stairs super easily because it doesn't weigh much. This is a very lightweight aluminum 6061 alloy electric bike. To remove the battery, all you have to do is put the key here and then turn it to open it, and then the battery comes out. And this is a very nice battery. It is paint to match in here, so it matches the stem. This is made by LG. It uses an LG cell. It's a 36 volt, 10 amp hour battery, which translates to 360 watt hour battery. Again, this is a really nice, it's a lightweight battery. Putting this back is just as easy as it came out. You just have to slide it in. Just make sure all the edges are aligned, and you just have to push it in, and it secures. Now this screen, even though it is very small, it is pretty powerful. So when you press on it here, first thing that pops up is you have to put a password. This is for security. The bike will not start, and it gives you a countdown. So in 23 seconds, if you don't put a password, this bike shuts down and you can't use it. So the default password is 0000, and if you need to change the password, you can use these buttons here. And when you get to this location here within the main screen, it actually shows you the battery percentage in percentage. Like, it's not one of those just a little bar thing that shows. It actually shows you the percentage. Right now I have 100%. I just fully charged this bike, so I see the 100% in here. There is the miles per hour. That's the current speed. That is the odometer. There is a way to reset this, and I just reset it, and I'll show you where to do that. And then to go between different pedal assist mode, you press this. So there is 1, 2, and 3. And then if you want to change the settings here, you have to press this top arrow here, and then this M button simultaneously together, and this is where you are gonna get to the settings. So you can go between unit, wheel, password, auto off, speed, info, reset. So you can do all of that and then set whatever you want. So this screen actually is, even though it's super small, it provides more information than we typically see on other electric bike, even on the larger screen. So we're gonna do a quick hill climbing test here. This is a 15% grade. I feel like I'm gonna be out of breath here because it's a pretty steep grade, and this is where we test other electric bike. This one does not have a throttle. We normally just pull the throttle and see how fast it goes. So I am going to put this into pedal assist 3, and then I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can and then see how well the motor does, and then share my experience. So we're just going to start going over here in pedal assist 3. Okay, so far it is doing really well. It's giving me all the push that I need. Okay, it's not that hard. I was a little worried how hard I have to pedal, but this is really nice. So it stayed at around 13 miles per hour, 14, and then we passed the hill. That was not hard at all. So even a 15% grade, looks like this bike does an amazing job at giving you that energy to push through. Another unique thing about this electric bike is its torque sensor. So what that means is that regardless of what pedal assist level you are in, it detects the amount of force that you are putting into your feet to push the pedals, and then it gives you just that much propulsion. So if I was to just pedal really hard, it just gives me that push that I need, versus if I pedal it very, very slow, it just keeps me at that level. So that's pretty nice that you don't have to adjust what pedal assist level you want. You just pedal and it will do its job. So if it is uphill and you're pedaling a little bit hard, it will give you that push. If it's a downhill and you're barely pedaling, it won't give you that push, and then the gravity will take care of it. So this is pretty nice that they integrated a really nice torque sensor. I have seen other torque sensor that are not as sensitive, but because this does not have a throttle, they actually made this work where I'm just pushing it here and then it just does it. Let's talk about the performance testing, my likes and my dislikes. Our performance testing of the Tenways CGO600 Pro showed very promising results. First of all, the hill climbing was done with an ease as demonstrated earlier. We were able to reach 20 miles per hour top speed before the motor stopped giving us the push. So this is a class 2 e-bike with a max speed of 20 miles per hour. We were able to achieve an impressive 36 miles of range on this e-bike with mostly higher speeds. While this is lower than their advertised 52 miles, every riding situation is different when the range differs by rider weight, terrain, wind condition, among many other factors. The 36-mile range on a 10 amp hour battery is definitely above average and very impressive. The motor power was consistent throughout the full ride and gave us the push needed. It took us roughly 5 hours to fully charge the e-bike after it was dead. As far as our likes, we like the style of this electric bike with amazing colors. Full hydraulic brakes are a big plus for this e-bike and great for urban commutes with stop and go traffic. The torque sensor is probably the best one we have tested in our channel so far. We like the maintenance-free Gates carbon belt system. Last but not least, Tenways has a very generous 2-year warranty period and even cover the battery. Typically we see 1-year warranty and none of the other manufacturers we have worked with offer battery coverage. A couple of things I wish this bike had. I do think the throttle would have been nice for cases when we are unable to pedal or just don't want to pedal. I also wish that it had at least a suspension seat post to provide some relief, especially against those potholes in the city. Overall, this is a great e-bike and we highly recommend it for viewers looking to ease their city commute experience and ditch their cars. The lightweight e-bikes means you can easily take this in a public transportation. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful or enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and please come back again soon for another review like this.